Welcome back to WWE 2K22 MyGM Mode. I am your GM, Attack Slug. We are on week 13 of 15, so 2 more shows and then WrestleMania. And we're not quite all the way there on all of those Mania matches, unfortunately. So, what we do have here, we're going to find out on the show today. Now, our main events for Mania is going to be Balor and McIntyre. So those two need to fight more. We also have level 4 is set for Randy Orton, John Cena, they can chill. Our tag teams match is set, level 4, they can chill. But otherwise, we now have a newly, freshly face Asuka will go up against heel Beth Phoenix and Bianca. Bianca and Trish Stratus. Is Stratus a heel? Yes. So, all of those need to happen, which means we also need to turn Kevin Owens and then have a Joe and Owens call out. So, let's see here. If we go into our promos and we say in the first promo a role change for Joe, make him a heel. He's at a 4 on, actually no, I'm sorry. Let's make Kevin Owens the heel. He has a 5 on promo. That should work even better. So Owens turns heel, then, as a result of which, we have a call out, and that is Joe calling out Kevin Owens. And that sets up that for Mania. In the meanwhile, we do need to have a charity to get our extra 5K fans, so guess who's the king of that? It is indeed John Cena. And in our matches that we need to have, we're going to book Balor and we're going to book Drew in the main event at level 2. In our opening contest, we should have Brock Lesnar and Edge, who are level 2. In the mid-card, we must further the feud of Trish Stratus and Bianca, and also in the mid-card, furthering the feud of Beth Phoenix and Asuka. That all should hopefully pan out to the best of my ability on this program. However, that's already putting us at 23,000 of 110 in our overall money, which is not great. Not great. So we're definitely not, at this point, signing anybody else, but Lashley's here, main event, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, these folks are here, that's great, but I can't do any of that. Now, we have a power card that doubles the cost for next week's show. And that one we're saving to use until tomorrow, because then it counts for Mania and totally screws Regal at WrestleMania. Lovely sunshine. Because the ratings here are slimming down. It's going to be a knockdown, drag out in that final episode. Now, ensuring that Balor fights this week, sure, that one is easy. And we can save that free special effects booking for WrestleMania. So all of the pyro at Mania should work out for me. But what does that mean for my actual logistics this week? Again, if I spend too much, well, I can though, because of the fact that I don't have any more expiring contracts between now and Mania, which is in like 2 weeks, right? So Edge is week 15, whatever. Higglesby is gone, Higgles by. And then Beth is in 15. We're good. The perfect 10. We're fine. We can now hopefully spend money to make sure folks actually come and see the show. Please. Come and see my show. 88s. We're going to head back to $0 freaking dollars here on this show. But hey, perhaps it'll make some money. Perhaps it won't. And honestly, that one does not have the optional goals. So, you know what? Backstage crew, we're going to chill. Because honestly, the extra 5K here to only increase show quality like a little bit. And honestly, no, look. The first one here is 5%. Second one here is 4%. Why would I spend $5,000 to get 1 less percent on that? That makes no sense in the world. This is 8%, right? 8, 6, 4, 5. We want that Thunderdome. But in the meanwhile, yes. Actually, no. I'm sorry. we're not going to book that because that 1% is not worth that 10,000 it's going to cost me. Like, honestly, if anything, the fans here, but that's 50, yeah. We're going to spend it here on the adverts instead to go viral for this episode of Monday Night Raw. So, our total show cost now is 88, and we have 110 in the bank, but there aren't any more expiring talent contracts, and actually, what we can do, based on stamina, is open with a tables match. So, tables match, 5K, and they have pretty good stamina. We will save Balor's stamina on a tables match, but instead, this one, even though we are this close to Mania, we're going to make it for that world title, which does cost a little bit more stamina, and we're at 93,000 of 110, which is most of our budget for this program. But I think that should at least get us where we need to be, heading towards Regal and heading towards our Mania showdown. So hopefully Regal does not continue closing the gap on these shows. It's going to be cutting it real close at Mania. Let's confirm. Which brings us to Brock Lesnar versus Edge in a tables match, 1-on-1 simulate. I'm going to say Brock. And I'm wrong. Edge puts Brock through a table. 3 stars, level 3. We're doing great there. Now, Kevin Owens turning heel. Excellent promo by KO as he does. He's good at that. The mid-card, we have Trish Stratus, Bianca Belair. And they will eventually fight for that women's title. So, simulate. What do we get? And it is Trish Stratus giving us that satisfaction. 3 stars, level 2 on that. Now, Joe calling out KO. And good, we get level 1 for those 2 rivals. Mid-card, Beth Phoenix and Asuka. So they are currently 1 and need to be 2. And now Asuka is a face. So, fresh-faced, newly face. Here we go. Beth was not ready for Asuka. 3 stars. Charity, John Cena, bring me those fans. 5,000, John Cena. A fine speech. A fine speech. In the main events, it is for that WWE title on Raw. It is Drew and that Balor boy worldwide. And Balor is your new WWE champion, 3 stars. So now we have a reason to have that rematch at WrestleMania, don't we? We do. Meanwhile, on the Smackdown, I don't even see your champion, Happy Corbin. He ain't even here. We open with tables. We close with tables. Simulate between Titus and MVP. Ballin'. Not ballin'. Big things poppin'. Okay things stoppin'. 2.5. The call out. Why is Andre and Swerve feuding? I'll never understand, but that should get them to level 4. Maybe. No? It didn't, actually. Just, okay. Okay. Natalya, Dakota Kai, regular, normal match here. And Dakota Kai with a 3-star win and still not injured as she beats Natty. Swerve cutting that promo and doing a good job there with 3. We got Eichner and Ilya with a 1-on-1 regular matchup. And it is going to be a 1, a 2, a 3. Ilya wins the match. 2 stars, mediocre. Perhaps not a great class matchup between those 2 individuals. Otis is back on his charity business. So, Otis, it was okay. Got the 5K. What can you do? Now, the women's tag team titles. Big time Bex and Bliss versus Nobody Mina and Miss Mandy Rose, who are in a tables match. Your champions, it is Mandy, who now has 2 titles, I'm pretty sure. Mandy and Tamina are your women's tag team champions. Which brings us to I won, even, and I lost. So I didn't really win the whole show decisively, but things are now in motion further to get that big win at WrestleMania. And importantly, nobody got hurt. Smackdown, nobody got hurt, but they're getting real real close. So those things are still indeed happening. That was a 101 and a 17,000 fan change. So finally over that, like a couple of K. So decent amount of fan change there. But also, here we go. So Joe, back in LA, crowd was fired up. Liking Asuka more as a good guy than a bad guy. Easy peasy. John Cena killed it with that charity promo. Balor is unstoppable. Not much variety on Raw. Give us more tag teams and classes and whatever. And Lesnar in a tables match. Keep them coming. But he lost. That means a 101 and 17K. What can Smackdown do to compete with that? So bring on the blue brand. 99 and 17K. So dead heat at week 13. Good show tonight. Hashtag Smackdown. Andre is not happy with Swerve, boss. Not happy at all. Big time Bex got robbed. Absolutely robbed. So, that brings us to what is indeed the go-home show before WrestleMania. And our fans here is 1907 and 1877. And that is pretty much 30,000 on the dot between the two shows. So not totally insurmountable for Regal, but the way he's been booking, it's just not going to happen, man. I'm going to blow you out here at WrestleMania. But yes, Mandy, 2 titles. Corbin, 2 titles, and that means less title matches at WrestleMania, where I'm going to have 3 titles being defended at that show. He's going to have like 2. You can't have guys work double duty, unlike older GM modes or other games that have GM modes. So Regal, you screwed up. You booked it wrong. I'm sorry. 1 week until WrestleMania. Hey Slug, I want the one and only TLC, but you're not fighting for a title. So that's a lot of money, Edge, right? So you know what? Sure. I'll book you in one at WrestleMania. Even though I'm not going to have it built over the ring, we'll have tables, ladders, and chairs. And if you get hurt, it's Mania at the end of the show. We're okay. So sure, Edge. As long as the budget is there, you'll get that TLC match. Now, Xavier Woods wants to fight Timber. Trust me on this. Should I? Should I trust you on this, Xavier? Because I don't want to risk the fact that you are in a level 4 feud that ends at Mania, and I don't want you fighting a jobber. So no can do, Mr. Up, Up, Down, Down. Nah, get down, down. Which means the go-home show happens on this show tomorrow. And let's look at the free agents here. So Rhea, finally. The Miz. Elias. Where's Ezekiel? Tucker. Humberto Carrillo. Okay, cool. And in the Legends, we got Rock, Taker, Stone Cold, Eddie Batista. So, we have 2 cards to spend. One of which will be spent tomorrow, and one of which will get spent at WrestleMania. But, in the ratings, we are neck and neck coming down to the wire. I have more money and more fans. This week, Triple H wants a run-in on my most popular available star to get free advertising for WrestleMania. And that is why, on the roster, I do indeed have somebody to do a run-in, and that is Mr. Timber, who has 100 stamina. I don't freaking use him. Anyhow, we're moving forward, moving on. We need these level 2s here to be at least level 3 to conclude these rivalries on the grandest stage of them all. So the show kind of books itself tomorrow, and we'll get to that tomorrow. In any event, I am your host, attackslug. We're almost done with the GM mode. I'll see you here next time for more videos on this channel, and I'm out.